For joining us this morning. It's Monday, August 30th. I'm Megan Reyna. And this morning, of course, we're keeping a close eye on the very latest with Tropical Storm Ida. We have team coverage as the storm moves closer to North Alabama. WAAY 31's Luke Hydash has what safety officials are saying about the storm. But first, we want to start with meteorologist Carson Meredith, who is tracking the very latest on the storm and the impact we could see here in North Alabama. Carson, good morning.
Good morning, Megan. Good morning, North Alabama. Going to definitely want to stay weather aware later on this afternoon. Like I mentioned, heavy rain, flash flooding, and brief spin-up tornadoes are all on the table starting this afternoon and could last all the way through tomorrow night. Let's show you what's happening with Tropical Storm Ida right now. Again, downgraded from a hurricane earlier this morning by the National Hurricane Center, but still producing prolific amounts of rainfall in coastal Mississippi down to southern Alabama as well. And where you see within that heavier rain shield, those heavier downpours, those heavier bands, that's where you're going to have the potential for us to see a few spin-up tornadoes later on today. In fact, in far northwestern Florida, there you see that red box in Escambia County, Florida. That is a tornado warning associated with one of those bands that we're going to have to watch very closely later on today. The latest track from the National Hurricane Center really has not changed a whole lot. The center of Ida will stay to our west throughout the day today and overnight tonight, but watch how it curves back into northwest Alabama, including the shoals, by tomorrow afternoon. That's not good because that will increase our potential for heavy rain and flash flooding, especially in the shoals, by the time we get to tomorrow. This morning, it's all quiet. There's a look at the sunrise indicator from our WAAY 31 Skycam network. Still seeing thick cloud cover across much of North Alabama. Because of that cloud cover, temperatures are stuck in the mid-70s, 73 degrees right now in Decatur. All quiet across the WAAY 31 Storm Tracker early warning radar network. Heading out the door this morning, no issues whatsoever. Those temperatures hovering in the mid-70s with those mostly cloudy skies sticking around. But you'll see those rain chances steadily increasing as the day goes on, peaking towards 70 and eventually 80% while most of us are sleeping overnight tonight. So things are quiet now. Now is the time to prepare for severe weather later on today and tomorrow, too. WAAY 31's Luke Hydash is live here in Huntsville this morning. Luke, talk to us about how you can prepare now so that you're safe if those storms move in later on today.
Hey Carson, good morning to you. Well, like you were just saying, all quiet now here in Huntsville. Just a little bit of wind, but not any indication of what's coming this afternoon. And like you're saying, officials right now, they say is the time to prepare before the storm hits us. Make sure you have a plan in place before it starts raining, before those winds pick up, before tornadoes could hit our area. So if you're headed out the door this morning, maybe you pack in a little bit of extra time to go out and pick up a few supplies. Things like bottled water, non-perishable foods, batteries, flashlights, maybe a weather radio in case of some power outages. And with tornadoes possible, like Carson's been saying all morning long, make sure you know where your nearest storm shelter is. If you're headed there, pack food, water, extra clothes, any medication you and your family members would need. If you're not going to make it out to a storm shelter, know your safe place inside your home, somewhere low level with no windows, lots of protection from the outside, maybe a bathroom with no windows or a closet. Officials reiterating all morning long as we prep, if you're preparing for once the storm hits, it's a little too late.
You know, you could have significant power outages, significant times where you're not able to, access food and water. And so it's very important to not let your guard down. And, further north in Alabama, flooding is a very significant threat. And so, make sure that you're heeding those warnings.
Flooding in North Alabama, like you just heard, one of the biggest concerns heading into tonight. We'll be tracking it all tomorrow morning, of course, on WAAY 31 Morning News. If you are going to head to a storm shelter, know where your nearest one is. There's a full list on WAAYTV.com. Just posted a link to that on the most recent story just minutes ago. Live in Huntsville this morning, Luke Hydash, WAAY 31 News.